Why does it do that? Hey, beautiful shining stars. So, I haven't created a video for a couple of days, and I wanted to kind of create a video that shares, of course, what we're going to be doing and just what I've been talking to you about in the last couple of days. So, on the energy of the angels among us, I was talking about how to interpret dreams, and I wanted to share with you exactly how I go about doing that. So I said this morning I had a dream that was a bit yucky and very weird, but I know these are messages from my spiritual team, so I will decipher what was shared with me in the next video. This way you can understand what your guides share with you, how to research the messages. It's very simple. So I had a dream with yucky chicken. So in the dream, I don't remember exactly how the details went, but I was um I was cooking, but the chicken was raw and I was feeding it to my son and my husband. Now mind you, I cook a lot and I cook for my children, I cook for my family. So uh so it says here, and this is insidemydream.com. So that's the website. But if you just Google, what you do is you go to Google and you put interpretation or meaning of this in a dream, whatever it is. So it's here, it says fear of becoming ill. One of the most common interpretations of dreaming about raw chicken is that it's a sign of a fear of becoming ill or of something being wrong with you. It may suggest you're feeling vulnerable or exposed to something that could make you sick. Need for nourishment. Dreaming about raw chicken could also be a sign of a need for nourishment or sustenance. It may suggest that you're feeling hungry or that you need to make changes in your diet or lifestyle in order to be healthier. Unresolved issues. Another possible interpretation is that the dream is a sign of unresolved issues that you haven't yet dealt with. It may suggest that there are things in your life that you need to address in order to move forward. And then it says warnings. Finally, dreaming about raw chicken could also be a warning sign. It may suggest that you need to take care of yourself or that you should be wary of certain people or situations. Now, you guys know that my mother-in-law just moved in. I had a big scenario with my husband's health. So if I look at the dream, I'm very like freaking out. My husband and my son are just like it's normal, almost like were eating sushi. And I was freaking out. I was like, you guys are going to get sick. Like, it was a whole thing of getting sick. Now, my mother-in-law has severe dementia. So we're kind of like, because the doctors that she was with was a little clinic. And what these little clinics tend to do is that they want to hold on to the patients because they see them as a dollar sign. It's very, very sad situation. So they didn't properly diagnose her because they didn't want her to leave their clinic. Because like I said, they have like their budgets. This is what we're going to make. So it's all about signing all these elderly. You understand, a lot of these elder people don't have family. For say, my mother-in-law decided to leave her family a very, very long time ago and live her life by herself. And now she's become very old and has dementia. So she's not, in that proper mindset. So some of the things that she had in her house was borax. One of her ex-clients slash neighborly friend that would come visit her every week told me that she had borax all over her house. And it was like the type of borax to poison like pests. And she had this all over her house. So I don't know if because she brought a lot of things from her house over here. So I don't know if maybe I cooked something that maybe had that, but I haven't been feeling 100% these last couple of days. I also went out with my daughter to celebrate a couple days ago, and we did have a lot of fun drinks. That could be it as well. So whatever the scenario is, the last couple of days, I haven't been feeling 100% stomach-wise. I have a very, very sensitive stomach. This is why I cook at home. So it's very rare that I go out to eat, and when I do, I have restaurants that I go to. I don't go like fast foods and stuff like that. It's like a very rare thing for me to do, if ever. So that, and then when it says finally dreaming about raw chicken could be a warning sign. It may suggest that you need to take care of yourself or that you should be wary of certain people or situations. Could be a warning about all the stuff that she brought. So what we've done is, even before, acknowledging what I'm sharing with you, what I did was started to clean up. I've been throwing a lot of her stuff away. I make sure that anything and everything that comes from her house, I discard into the garbage because we don't know if this stuff has gotten anywhere. Fear of becoming ill. Another thing is, another possible interpretation of the dream is a sign of unresolved issues. I've noticed I have a lot of unresolved issues with her because there's a lot of resentment and a lot of anger that sometimes comes up, especially that she's still like, her dementia has made her, when she first got here, the first couple of days it was okay, but then She's becoming a little more aggressive, and it's just not, I have a very positive home. So my house is like very go with the flow. I'm the type of person that if I want to work at 2 o'clock in the morning, I will. If I want to sleep in at noon till noon, I will. So it's very like go with the flow type energy. And then with her being here, that has disrupted. Like last night, I was trying to do my crafts at 10 p.m. And since I was using a sewing machine, she was really upset because I was, making noise. And it's just like, I'm not used to this scenario. We're kind of still playing in my ear, so it is a lot. And I feel like that as well could be affecting my stomach. So it's like right now I'm in a place that everything I eat actually makes me ill. I don't feel good, so I'm drinking a lot of water. I told my husband tomorrow I'm going to go to the supermarket and do a natural detox just to cleanse my system. Of course, drink a lot of water, and try to have like maybe like a liquid diet just so my system could reboot, and then of course do yogurts and probiotics and stuff like that, just like so whatever is in my system could leave, and just kind of like a fresh start, right? So that's how I look at dreams. Now again, I had this dream when I posted it X amount of days ago, and like the dream that I had with the garlic, that after a while it indicated more. I also have to have a procedure done, so does my husband, and I kind of been putting my procedure off for a little while, and I feel like I have to do this rather sooner than later. I'm the type of person that for me, when it has to do stuff with the doctors, I try to put it away. First, because I don't like it, it freaks me out, and second is because I'm always feel like I'm the one that has to take care of everything and do everything. So, I'm always telling you to put yourself first in this lot. In that aspect, I never put myself first. I find that I use that excuse of having to do this and that just to avoid the whole scenario of going to doctors. So that's what I wanted to share with you about that energy. Now, before that, let me get my water. Let me grab my water. I know there was something else I said I wanted to share and I didn't. I can't find it. So yeah. All right. So I know I said I was gonna go live for the Mabon. So the Mabon energy is all about gratitude and harvest. So this beautiful energy is about you focusing on gratitude. So that's why I created that today. Just stay in gratitude, and added the beautiful stationery just so you could write in gratitude in different ways, like presently what are you grateful for, and then again we go into a year time in the future, and we kind of like I don't remember exactly, I added the Archangel Michael. Take page 1 and write everything you are filled with gratitude over, and on page 2 write in present tense where you see yourself. So Mabon is a beautiful energy of harvest, but it's also a beautiful energy of manifestations. As a matter of fact, Spirit sent me an idea for a beautiful ritual that I'm going to start adding to my Etsy shop. That was going to be offered in my Etsy shop. I'm still working on Shopify. For some reason, I keep starting my Shopify store, and Shopify is just, I don't know. I'm about to like give up on it, and I don't like to say that, but I find that maybe it's just me, but I feel like too complicated. Like a client paid with their PayPal, and I never got the money. And then I had another client that their order wouldn't like even though she got it, it wouldn't say that she got it, even though it had the tracking. I just don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's because I didn't during no, and I didn't do it through Mercury retrograde, because I started the Shopify store before, I think like in August. So I don't know. Whatever. Long story short, I don't know about Shopify. But the point is, I'm going to add it on Etsy, and I do have a TikTok, but my TikTok shop is more crafty and stuff. Okay. So for today's energy, I also added the Archangel Michael healing, because I find that sometimes, a lot of you guys are still going through stuff, which takes me to the next. So there's 6 of us in this class, and 4 of you guys have had complete meltdowns. You're going through some crazy stuff in your lifetime, and all 4 of you have been messaging me every single day. Not all 4 of you, because one of you messages me every other day or just when she can, and I get it, but you gotta understand. So when I get a lot of messages, I do get overwhelmed. So that's why I created the venting message, and some of you have taken advantage of that, and thank you, because it always has to be a giving and receiving. And not only that, it's also not fair, because I have on-call clients that pay for that. They pay to send me the messages and the texts and stuff like that, so it could be on top of their. So I created the venting to give you guys, that way you could express and purge, and we have the give and receive energy, and I'm also, of course, making money. So long story short, I know some of you messaged me like, oh my God, I feel like you did this over me. And I didn't do it just for you. I did it overall for all my clients, because I do get a lot of that for some reason. My clients tend to get really like, because I'm very personal, so they tend to get like, they want me to sort out their lives, because it's kind of like what I do, right? So I don't want you to take it as a negative thing. I know I'm very like assertive and kind of outspoken, so don't take it in a negative way when I express to you things. That wasn't just about you. I'm going through my own life changes. I have a huge obstacle living in my home right now. I was calling my cousin the other day. I was like, I need to sage this home. Like, I need to literally completely, physically, mentally, spiritually sage this home. And yeah, like, we're still in the seeing how things work. Is this going to work? Are we gonna have to find somewhere for her to stay? Because I'm very loving and caring. I'm already go flow, and I will not upheave my life. I won't do it. Anywho, now the Mabon energy. So I was supposed to be live today during the Mabon energy because of a ritual. So I was doing a ritual live for those of you that purchased the Mabon ritual. Nobody purchased the Mabon ritual. It could be because maybe I didn't email it, which I usually email it, which is fine. So I decided not to go live since I don't feel 101%. And I decided more to work on my class because we don't have a long, we're almost done with the Lifebook class. So I wanted to share with you something that I do. Now, today we're going to work with whatever angel pops. And I'm going to show you how I do that. So we're going to be working with our Lifebook, which is what I want you guys to ultimately do. Okay, perfect. I actually did it the wrong way. I have a lot of goodies in front of me. Okay. So the angels, like the angels that I sent you guys, ooh, I'm pushing back and back. I'm gonna drop everything. They also have cards. So we're gonna see what angel wants to come through and speak with us during this beautiful energy of Mabon. And of course, for this new assignment. So of course, you're gonna be using your angels. Most of you have 3 angels. Okay, and I'm gonna be connecting with 3 different angels. As you get familiar with your angels, there's a lot of tools for you to work with these beautiful angels in your radiant life. What did I do with the book? I just had it. Here it is. Okay, so we have number 43, number 40, and number 27. So what I do when I invoke these beautiful radiant angels, I'm like totally like that. I said it was 43. Okay. So they have a number, and of course I'm not going to share this because I've done way too much research to explain this without confusing you guys. So these angels have corresponding names, and they are connecting to Kabbalistic names of God. If you want to get more into that, you have to take classes. You have to really get into that because there's just a lot that goes through it. I just want to teach you how to connect with them without all the mumbo jumbo, because my way of connecting with the angels, it's very simple. I don't do all of that stuff. So first we have beautiful angel Viulia. And he's God, King, and Ruler. He's Psalm 88:13. But unto thee have I cried, O Lord, and in the morning shall my prayer prevent these. It says, beautiful angel Viulia. It says, has a report with the angel of war and becomes famous through the use of arms. Is called upon for destruction of the enemy and deliverance from bondage. So guarding for, and then it just tells you like all the different energies of who this beautiful angel is the soul guardian to. It says destruction of the enemy and deliverance from bondage. So this beautiful angel is almost like takes you out of imprisonment. A lot of us are imprisoned in our lives. We're imprisoned by our spouses. We're imprisoned by our work. We're imprisoned by our mind, by that, I'm a very simple person the way I talk and I share things. So I try to illustrate things like a child, because many of you have that mindful energy that needs illustration and needs to see. So think about, and I don't know if because I don't know, some of you guys have certain ages, you're really young, so you might not know this. So when I was a kid, there were a lot of cartoons that I think it was mostly Tom and Jerry. So if you guys watch Tom and Jerry, the older ones, Tom used to get a lot of like the angel on one shoulder and the devil on the other, trying to telling him, and this could be Looney Tunes too. I might confusing myself. I just do remember, and I'm pretty positive it was Tom and Jerry. So think about your ego being the devil and that beautiful intuitive guidance being the angel. So these beautiful beings are trying to help you, because even though ego is very negative at times and is always breaking you down, he's actually protecting you, because ego knows your blocks and what you fear. So ego's going to tell you not to try anything new. He's going to tell you don't do that because it might not work, so you don't have disappointment. So ego, and even though that I totally block ego out, I have a lot of energy rituals that I do to block ego out. So ego in my life, and when it starts to get loud, I block him down again, because we're always going to have ego, but you want to edge ego out. So ego is edging God out. You want to edge ego out, because if you are like all ego, all fear, all everything is wrong, all the world is consuming, everything is going against me, then you're not going to hear your angels. If you are consumed by the chaos in your life, it's really hard for you to hear your angels, because all you see is the bad. So I feel that this beautiful angel is here to free you from the bondage. And it's crazy because it also helps you with your prosperity. It literally shows it there. See? Prosperity. So if you want to screenshot this, you may, because it has the sigil, it has, so sometimes what I do is I will take pictures of that and I will print them. You see that I do a lot of sigil work. I'm so upset that I haven't posted stuff for my Patreon. Like, I'm so behind on stuff, and it just makes me super, super upset. So this beautiful angel wants to help you out of your own mind prisons, and everything. I saw this disgusting movie, and I will not share it with you because I do not. That movie was very, very dark. It was trying to capture people, and I feel like that movie, because I wasn't feeling as bad until I saw that movie, and I think it made me feel worse. So I definitely won't tell you what movie that was, because I definitely don't want you to see it. So the point of our lives is to live our heaven on earth, is to co-create bliss, is to, be super happy, super giddy, always celebrating. Just like I had a plan for already 2 to 3 weeks to create a celebration for my daughter, and every week I would push it because either I was low on money, or my husband was in a hospital, and then my mother-in-law came to, so it's always an excuse. There was always something happening. Of course, my husband's in the hospital. It's not an excuse, something's happening. But long story short, it's the way that we coexist in our lives, the way that what we amplify, what we put bigger and better. When we, like, I told my husband, babe, I could just stay in bed all day. Like, can I just stay in bed? Can I just not do anything? He's like, babe, you have to do it. You're doing awesome. We're gonna get through this. Or, we're gonna whatever. And he's right, because I've been doing great. Even though, again, I'm behind, I'm doing stuff. I have my rituals, and sometimes I get overwhelmed because I have, my work to do, and I want to make sure my clients are always, always happy. I don't want to be a prisoner of my work, because I'm not. I won't do it for anyone. So I do the work because I know that I do the work. I feel like I do great work. I send more than any other spiritualist will send to their clients. More than any, I go above and beyond. The problem is that sometimes people, the more you give, the more they want, right? I mean, think of a toddler. And then they'll put the toy in the back, you know? I'm over this toy. So I feel like this beautiful angel is telling you not to become a prisoner of your life, no matter what it is. No matter your job, no matter your spouse, no matter your home, no matter, you know, because what do I always tell you that? You are responsible for yourself. You're only responsible for yourself. If you like to help somebody else, it's because you want to help them, not because it's your responsibility. And it's not your responsibility. My mother-in-law is not my responsibility. She absolutely isn't. She has brothers, she has more children, and she's, you know, and some people might criticize me, and that's fine. Anybody and everybody could criticize me. That is also not my problem. That is their problem. That's the way they see the world, and that's how they're judging the world. That is their mirror effect and not mine. That's not my power, not my energy. So I have things that I'm working on in my life. I have goals. I have things that I want to achieve, and I am only responsible for me. And I say this over and over and over because that is what is going to amplify your life book to manifest it. Because you are going to notice that, yes, you're going to want to help people and you're going to want to do wonderful things in your life. And that is grand. That is grand. Because when you do things from the heart because you love it and you're kind and you're generous, that is absolutely stupendous. But when that is just taking and taking and taking from you and not allowing you to flourish and blossom and bloom, then that is a different scenario. And then that is why you're not manifesting. So let's go into the next angel, who is number 40. All right. And this angel might be one of your angels. Somebody's angel. Because I have a post-it here. No, that's not it. Which one's 40? No, I'm on the wrong page, Daisy. That's funny. I don't think these angels are any of y'all's, but you could tell me wrong. Okay. This is beautiful angel Yeyazel. 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 I love their names. Yeyazel is a powers, and he's Psalm 88. Whoops, I dropped it. Psalm 88:14. Lord, why castest thou off my prayer? Why turnest thou away thy face from me? And it says, those born under Yeyazel's influence will love speaking and design and all sciences in general. And it says, divine comfort gives consolation and protection from one's enemies. So if you notice that all these angels have some sort of protection. Sorry, I'm like in the way, so I can't. Let me do this so you guys could, if you want to screenshot it. Sorry, I tend to like shake. So Yeyazel is God who rejoices. So this beautiful angel, if we look at this divine angel, and now they're showing me something else we'll get into. I'll start with him and I'll go back. This beautiful angel is talking also about abundance, and he has a sword, so he's a protector. He's a warrior angel, and it says divine comfort. So it's about you being comfortable, by you being in your purity, by you being in that energy of feeling good about your surroundings. You know, like I said, right now, which is super funny because my cousin told me this like 3 days ago. He's like, right now you have a new energy in your house. And when he was telling me that, I wasn't feeling it yet. So I knew that I had to prepare for it. But like, you can't prepare for stuff. When it happens, what happens when you feel it? When you're not feeling it, you're not feeling it. That's just the way we are as humans. But now that it's happening, I'm like, oh, this is what my cousin told me about. So it's when, you know, you're feeling that there's a bit of discomfort in your home place, in your workplace, wherever it is, and you have to balance it out. So I feel like this angel shares with you how to accomplish that and how to work with that vibration. And with that being said, they're also sharing with me other goodies. So if I find this, here it is. And a lot of you are going to be like, well, Daisy, how am I going to learn all this stuff about the angels? And you're not meant to. I mean, you could. There's books. There's lots of books. There's classes. If you really go to Google and you start searching all of these angels, believe me, you will find all of the answer. Okay. It's crazy. Okay, so Let's talk about serendipity, creativity, unexpected trajectories, magic and synchronicity, and open and joyful hearts, sensitivity and naivement in romance, being motivated by innovative ideas. There is serendipity and magic here, like the first breath of love or first kiss. Anything is possible at this time. Be open to widely wonderful miracles. This is the time when pigs fly card. So meaning like that once in a blue moon type energy, that winning the lottery type energy, which makes perfect sense because as I'm creating this video, we're in Mabon. And Mabon is all about you harvesting your best. And says, I love this. It says, fortuitous events are coming your way. Bring childlike enthusiasm to the unknown and welcome any unexpected twists on your journey. Be open to inspiration in the strangest places and pay attention to intuitive musings that arise. They will give you your creativity and wings. As you enjoy this time of strangely unique thinking, ensure that you're not being overly sensitive or blocking your own flow. So a lot of you guys don't understand that you are blocking your own flow. And how do I say that? Because when I tell you you got to write your story and act your story and live your story, even like one thing is when you're venting, another thing is when you go from, yes, this is good, yes, this is great, and you're like, I am positive, I am loving, I am genuine, I am this, I am that, I am that. And then you talk to your friend, you're like, I'm fucking melting. So you're taking back, knowing that every time you do that, you're sabotaging your story. You have to stay firm. This is the reason why the video of Abdullah was so powerful for me, because when Neville would go Abdullah and be like, Neville, or be like, Ab or Abe, nothing is happening. I don't understand. You've been telling me to do this. It's been 2 fucking months. It hasn't manifested. I'm about to give up. You know, Abe slammed the door in his face because he's like, it's not going to manifest if I give you energy. If I give you the energy that is not already here, if I give you the energy that is a lapse. And as a human, we want inspiration. We want constant nurturing. So you have to see the difference between nurturing and that positive thinking and that mentorship, between that and the, oh, look at me, I need your help, I'm going through it, it hasn't happened, it hasn't happened, it hasn't happened. So the more you think it hasn't happened, the more you get it hasn't happened. You have to release all energy to that. And that is what is so powerful about the language of money class, because you're going to learn specific language to manifest a new prosperous lifestyle. And that class is going to be all money, all wealth, all prosperity, and it's going to really, really shift the vibration of lack and poverty into the vibration of abundance and cash flow. It's quite beautiful. But it's also how to address things. As think about, you know, when you listen to Einstein, and you're never going to grasp this until you grasp this. And that's one thing all of these wise ancestors tell you. Einstein says everything is energy and everything is frequency and everything is vibration. And once you grasp that, once you acknowledge that, that's when you start living. And until you acknowledge that, you're just going to continue on the spiral of your life and the pattern of bringing in that negativity over and over. Like I shared to you before, I am a bit of a complainer. But as someone like a solution finder and to see stuff, I'm able to see things and see insights, and I'm able to be aware of certain things. There was a project that I did, and I'm going to say it might have been a year ago. Right now, that project that I did a year ago is coming into fruition. So I feel like all the bells and whistles are like, Daisy, this is what you've waited for. This is exactly what you want. You need to focus on this head on and work on this. Because like I keep repeating, I want to get to a place of pure content creation, pure, just focusing on what I'm doing, on what I'm creating, and less one-on-ones. I want to get into that space, and that's my major goal. And I've had that goal, I think, since 2022. So I'm not saying this is not going to happen. I've been waiting for it for 2 fucking years and it hasn't happened, so it's definitely not going to happen. I don't do that. On the contrary, I look for the signs, and sometimes I'll do crazy things, like I'll take all the rituals off. You know, Spirit will be like, I don't want you to do rituals. Like, that's it. You ain't going to do any rituals till we say. And sometimes I'll do that. I'll just take all my rituals off because I know sometimes it does take a toll on me. Other times, new streams of income will come in, or new ideas will come in, or new, and that is the way life is. It's all about synchronicities. And I feel like what this beautiful angel is saying, that this is the moment for when pigs fly. When you say, when the fat lady sings, when pigs fly, this is that energy. This is, everything is coming into fruition. You have to just accept that you cannot see it because you're physically in a 3D, thick-headed, ego human that does not see the fruition because you've just been asking for it, and it's all about divine timing. That is why I put that video, study that video, write down every aspect of that video, because that is going to really shift your vibration. Because I'm telling you, that was so crazy to me, and it says, what was it? 3 fundamental spiritual tests you should know before it's too late. So, like I said, we're living this life because of karmic balance. We have to change things. You'll notice around you, like, there's people that don't want to change. And you know what? And those people are going to be set right back down here to do it all over until they figure it out, because we have these karmic balances that we have to create. So you can't take your energy and put it all on the people. You have to help what you can, share what you can, and focus on you, because you're doing a great thing by helping all of those. And who best to help than your children, your nieces, your nephews, people you come across from. Also by learning and expanding and sharing that wisdom. It's great when you talk positivity. One of the things right now that I'm really not liking, if you listen in the background, that is what I love to have. I have like classical music, I have birds. It's a very positive, high frequency energy. My mother-in-law likes to listen to the news. She wants to hear that shit all day long. I do not listen to the news. I'll listen to the weather because you gotta prepare for a fucking hurricane. But other than that, I don't listen to the news. That is the most negative thing you could have in your home, is the fucking news. And she wants to watch that shit all day long. So it's really hard to kind of like take her out of that, So I have to work around it. I have to figure out a way. So what I do is I'll put this in headphones, and sometimes I'll be like, hey, try this out, listen to this, it's so pretty. So try to revamp, especially that she's in that severe dementia, Alzheimer's, whatever it is, all of the above type energy, and maybe shift her into a better place for her to uplift before her passing. Now, with that being said, you, as I'm seeing this beautiful angel, number 40, God who rejoices, he is a warrior angel. So he's saying that you are protected, that look, and we did this in our one of that meditation, the quantum shift meditation. I shared with you that like Archangel Michael was there for you, shifting your energy. In the unblocking ritual that I shared with you yesterday, yes, it's a long video, but you could go to sleep with that for the next 21 nights. Go to sleep with that audio ritual meditation, and you will start to heal, and your life will start to shift. Because even though you don't see it at the moment, it doesn't mean things are not happening. You cannot see the unseen, because if you knew everything about your life, you would be having anything and everything you desire. You would be Jesus, but you're not. So you have to accept that there's things happening behind the supernatural realm that you're just not witnessing. And that is a problem with humans, that we want to be in control of everything. We want to see everything. So work through the energies each and every day. Like I know, like I said, I know that I have to do a major detox. And I know that I have to go into meditation. I know I have to go deep meditation, because since I'm a bit stressed, my blood pressure goes up, and it just brings situations to my life that bring turmoil, and I have to fix it. So how do I fix it? By working on me, by taking care of me, by shifting what I, what is that? God grant me the serenity to change the things. No, God grant me the serenity. I forgot how it goes. Oh my God, I'm having a moment. God grant me the serenity to change the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. There's times in our lives where there's things like circumstances like my mother-in-law that I can't change that. I mean, I could have said no, but that's not me, right? That's not part of your heart, right? So accepting the things that I cannot change. So instead, having the courage to change the things that I can. So working through this energy, trying to figure out how I can change it, or at least work around it in a way that I could still continue to do me, be me, continue my beautiful positive energy. And that's where the wisdom comes in. The wisdom to see the difference, to know, to accept, to acknowledge, to expand, to grow. And it's quite beautiful when you start to live in that way. Now we're going to the third angel. Also nobody's angel. Is so crazy. So he's a Dominion, strong angel. So this is the preventing God, and his name is Yeratel. Yeratel. I love that. It's like Yeratel. So beautiful. Oof, love that. You get total chills from that name. So Yeratel, it says, they influence love, peace, justice, science, and the arts, and will distinguish themselves in literature. So I love this beautiful energy, and I feel that is saying that he brings you messages through books and knowledge and wisdom and literature. It says propagation of light, confounds the wicked and slanders, saves from enemies. Beautiful, beautiful angel. Let's put you here. Let's look for... So funny that they're both in the same, because the other one was Page of Cups and this, oh no, this is one was Page of Cups and this was Page of Wands. So yes, these angels are also connected to the tarot. So as I'm saying, this is very intense work, and I can't just sit and share it with you because too much goes into it. All right, so let's look for the page. It says explosive creativity and infectious enthusiasm, ideas aplenty, creative beginnings, a newly found inspiration, honing a new skill or passion, curiosity, and trying new things. Gifting yourself permission to dream, great energy for creative ideation and brainstorming, a youthful spark. If you're in a dark place, then it helps you through your limiting beliefs, your creation. It helps you direct your energy to new places. To start something new. You could be confronted by obstacles, so it could help you through that, and from being stubborn or rebellious. It says the page is a free spirit who carries infectious enthusiasm with her, delight in her youthful, raw, and exuberant creative energy. Pay attention to the new ideas that are bubbling to the surface at this time. You will find flashes of inspiration here. Inspiration that comes bundled with massive potential. If you're feeling the creator angst of not having any solid plans to bring these insights to light, let go of your need to formalize your plans right now, giving your ideas the space they need to develop before sharing them prematurely will allow their wings to fully form. Their potency is limitless. Let them breathe. Spend any extra time in the pursuit of the imagination. And if you're feeling any lack of ambition or drive, or feeling devoid of the inspiration that this card illuminates, know that you will find this fire when you allow yourself to dream. So I feel, from looking at everything being shared, this angel is here to help you through your blocks. And this could be creative blocks. This could be the obstacles that you're facing in your life. So think about anything. Let's say that you're trying, because that's why you're here. You're trying to manifest. You're writing in your life book. So let's look at your life. And think about any blocks that you might be coming across. And you know how it talks about propagation of light. So if you think about propagation, think about nourishing, think about seeds, think about your garden. Like, there's so much that goes into that beautiful energy. And I feel like this beautiful angel is protecting you almost from your own ego, because I feel like your worst enemy is is your own mind. It's that ego energy that tells you you can't do this, or it's not going to work, or if it hasn't manifested by now, it's not going to manifest. Those are the worst parts, when you have that energy of telling you, oh, it's been a year, it's been 2 years, or it's been a week, it's been a month. Oh my God, when you guys tell me it's been a week or a month or 2 months, I'm just like, I can't handle it. So, life, and that's why I shared that video with you, because it's all about divine timing. And it might be a week, and it might be 2 weeks, and it might be 6 months, but you have to allow, because again, I feel like this is what the angels are sharing with you. There's things that are happening behind the scenes that you are not aware of, to try to make this all come out vibrantly for you. And if you're not accepting all this, go back to the video of the 3 fundamentals, because that energy is going to share with you so much insight over why it takes a little while. Sometimes it takes a week or 2, a month or 2 years, and it's because it needs that. And the more that you work against it, the more that you say it doesn't work or hasn't happened, I don't know what I'm going to do, the more that you are causing that ripple effect. Again, it's like going through a drive-through, ordering at the machine, and then driving off, and then complaining because you didn't get your food. It's the same scenario. You have to ask, accept, surrender. Ask, accept, surrender. Think about it. Make it your mantra. Ask, accept it is already yours. Don't put a timeline on it. And don't get me wrong, when I script, I put times. And if you start doing the language of money with me, we're gonna do times, but it's different. It's different, and you guys have to understand. It's different when we're trying to manifest things like prosperity. We could put timelines on that. Then per se, if you're trying to manifest an outcome with a specific person, we all have free will. We all have free will, all of us. And I went into a class that we talked about the energy of free will. It's not just doing what you desire. It's also putting into effect the promise of achieving that desire. It's you saying, I have the free will to accept this. I have the free will to say that I deserve this. And then having the free will to accept that is coming to you. Because you also have the free will to say, well, it's not going to work. Do you see that? And it's just so much, and you're not going to grasp it until you grasp it. You're not, because our mind sometimes, subconsciously, our DNA is full of so much gunk because you're so blocked. You're so blocked. And sometimes you think, I'm going to do this, and this is going to unblock me, and I'm fine. I'm going to give you a perfect example. So I have this client that she's been with me since she was 19 years old. She's radiance. Radiance. And last year, she went through a really, really dark time with her beloved. And she was going through it, and it was just overwhelming. And I feel like she even got upset at me because it was overwhelming me as well. Because like I said, sometimes my clients get a little bit too needy, and it does overwhelm me. So she told me, and I felt that was the best thing. She's like, I need some time. I think I'm going to stop. And we had been talking about this. I told her, you need some time off of everything, of readings, of spell work, of everything you need to just take a moment. So she finally was like, I've had it. I'm going to go hermit. So she went hermit. I'm going to say for almost a year. And I think she had a dream with me, and I had a dream with her and stuff like that. Because again, she's been my client for a good while. And she's like, expressing to me that she did major deep healing. She started going to like a Reiki master and doing like deep healing, and she learned how to find her light and how to use her light to heal her life, to manifest. So she was able to physically and spiritually connect her two worlds. And I say sometimes you need that. I'm not a Reiki master. I do healing through the divine names. I do healing through the angels. But there's many times that even some of you, I'll be like, you need to go to a psychologist or a therapist or at least a counselor, because there's times where, it goes beyond that, beyond spirituality, beyond let's do spell work, because we have free will. So the same thing goes into manifestations. Sometimes we're blocked because our subconsciously things have been embedded to us in such deep levels because your parents told you you were wrong, your friends told you you were wrong, your teachers, guardians, the dogmatic religions, your beliefs. Like, we could go on, and this has been embedded into you since you were a child. Like, I pray for the moment where I have my granddaughters really, really close to me so I could clear them as young children because of all the gunk that their mom is just loading into their DNA, just constantly loading, because she's such a dark energy. So, you want to be able to do these things for your loved ones. And I love to share what I do because I want you to get into a good place. But I want you to get into the place, I don't want to be your psychic forever. No, I like to work with my clients and get them into a place where they are self-sufficient, where I'm just like, they use me for extra manifesting. I have a client that just showed up right now, and I'm going to read to you what she said to me. Of course, I can't read you the personal stuff, but I'm just going to read to you what she says. Where is she? There it is. Jesus, I've got 20 other messages after her. Okay. She says, "My dear angel and friend Daisy, how are you? I hope you're well. My dear, it's been a while. I bought this because my relationship just needs a little boost in our passion. And I want to conceive." So she wants this to be fertility. Because he truly can't resist me, which is what I love the most. And I trust your work. It's been long overdue, she says. And it's been a year. She did scripting with me when I first started. We did a lot of like hardcore scripting. And I remember that one of the things was that she could not fathom seeing herself making X amount of money. And she was the one that I talk about a lot because she has like a major degree, and she freaked out because in one of our conversations I kind of said how much I made, and she couldn't believe that I was making more than her because I don't, she thought I didn't have no degrees. I'm just some psychic at home. So she says, "I'm so happy that you're doing spells. I love them. And we talked about that, and then she says, wait, that's not it. Here we go. Oh, this is something else. I didn't see that. I can't see it. But she literally told me that her life, like, she's like, thank you so much, because she says, you would not believe how far I've come. I am doing so well. And I'm gonna tell you the truth, she used to never be able to afford my rituals, like pay for them. I used to have to do payment plans for her because and now she's just like off and bought it, and she bought a couple things. So even if she used Klarna, it's still like, Klarna charges you like $100 every week or 2 weeks or whatever when you buy, big things like that. So it was really, really cool to see. I love to hear that. I love to hear that you guys are doing grand and you're manifesting. So today's energy I'm going to put in another video. I wanted to share with this, kind of like to catch up on everything that we're working on. And we will call this, oh, where's my webpage? All right, let's go. What are we gonna call this? Okay, so here we connected with some angels. And now the reason I created this is because you heard the angels that showed up, and I shared with you the cards. We're gonna do an exercise with these 3 angels and your life book, but I'm gonna create it in another video because this one's already an hour long almost, and I will see you there. Namaste.